fell for one of the classic blunders. One of which is never trust, see? Hello everyone, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. We're in the Plan, which is my weekly show that talks about all the various news that happens around the holotables. There's a lot to talk about today, folks, quite a bit. So, if you wouldn't mind, please liking, subscribing, and commenting any combo of those, but mostly all of them, to help me mount the algorithm. That would be amazing, guys. Really appreciate all of the support you guys have given me. You folks, you guys and gals, everyone, all the people, really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. And gals, and everyone. Now, in news for my account, and just news in general, I recently tied with my alt, which, you know, we've been talking about it a little bit lately. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and this guy was 9.6 million GP, and I'm 7.5, and I got a good-ish score against him, and he failed enough on me that he got the same score, and he won by tiebreakers, and I just want to reiterate, because I think this is the dumbest thing, why isn't the smaller account getting the tiebreaker? It's a lot harder for the smaller account to win. This guy had everything, and it was all reliced up, and my account is like, oh, look at this, I'm gonna kill a full Relic 5 or Relic 7 team with my, like, Gear 11 Bad Batch. Like, it happened. I was able to make it work, but geez, like, it was tough. And yet, that account is huge, and it just feels dumb that this is the tiebreaker. They're like, he who has spent the most money shall win yonder tiebreaker. It just seems a little bit ridiculously stupid. Speaking of ridiculously stupid, it's actually, so I finally got a couple good calibration rolls, and this is nice. I mean, one of the strategies that I've employed, a little bit at least, this one obviously not, but some of them, it's like, well, if there's already a stat that's at 5, then you can roll a different stat, and you can and that 5 that's already there, like if I have one that's like potency, I think the next one here, yeah, so I rolled it because potency was already full. So I tried to get rid of tenacity, and because potency isn't an option, you only have 3 options to roll into it. So a couple nice rolls there, folks. And for no reason I can determine, I now have a Mara Jade at 377, which is just not productive, frankly. I don't think she needs even close to this much speed, but I don't know. I just thought it was amusing, so I took a screenshot. We'll probably reduce that speed a little bit. Gosh, it's like 12 speed faster than I normally would want her. But, I mean, it's nice to have it, I guess. It just seems ridiculous. Now, the other end of the spectrum here, guys, with the calibration stuff. Now, I don't know why this happens. This seems like the dumbest thing. You know, they presented this as an only good results thing, and it's like it's just not. They're like, hey, you can re-roll this and you get flat defense, and it can just reduce itself. It can just select itself, and they're like, hey, you don't want this stat? What if we took that stat, and then hear me out, what if we took this stat and we just lowered it? We just lowered that stat. What would you say then? Like, would that be okay? Like, you don't want that stat, but if we lowered it, maybe you'd want it, you know, like, cool, good, thank you, CG. Like, I just wasted resources. It's things like this that makes me feel like you don't have our best interests at heart. Like, this doesn't seem like it's rocket science. People don't want that stat, and then you're like, hey, this will only be good. Like, don't worry about it, guys. This will be awesome. And then it's okay. It's not just good. Sometimes it's just like you threw your money in the trash. You know, can you imagine spending money for this roll? And CG's like, hey, guess what? F you. Like, go F yourself. Just bend over and F yourself. Just really stupid. Mod calibration, it's fine. It's just, you know, you can have some good things. It just is annoying the way they presented it to me. Now I'm wondering when 7 dot mods are going to be here, because that's the next way they can bend us over. Alright, well, you guys can't see this that well, but... Alright, they did finally remove the carbonite board circuit board, bronzium wiring from Relic 8 and 9, which is good. They told us they were going to months ago, and now they finally did it. And, okay, so, a couple ways to read it, guys. A couple ways to look at it. First off, did it take them a while to do it? Yes, they did take a while to do it. Second, did they give us a refund for all the people who have spent on Relic 8 and 9? No, they did not. And I think that is BS. Honestly, I think it's stupid. But they didn't, and I wish they had. But we're not going to rail at them. This is CG, and I'm not that surprised. I wish they had. Now, there's a lot of people out there who were saying, why is CG even telling us this stuff if it's going to take this long to enact? And I actually take exception to that attitude as well, however. So CG has some things that they're doing wrong. I don't think that telling us about a new feature that they're planning is wrong. We've been saying forever, CG, give us more information. Tell us what you're working on. Why don't you tell us some cool stuff that's going to happen? And they told us, and then they did it. We've known to expect it for a while. I don't know why everyone is so upset about how long they took. Yes, they took a while, but they told us it was happening. They never gave us a timeline. They just said, this is happening. It's like, yay, thank you for telling us, giving us more information. Are we just going to be like some people are like, well, they should have just sprung it on us. I'm like, well, that's great. But then we'd be like, why didn't you tell us? You could have told us early. You could have earned some goodwill for us. Like, it's a zero sum. Like, it's just so... Why are we complaining about them communicating? It doesn't make sense to me that we're complaining about them communicating. Tell us stuff in advance? Screw you, CG. Don't tell us things. Madness. Just want to throw this out there, guys. This is the only challenge now that is actually just worthless. The ship, the training materials thing, I don't think at any point have I ever needed these materials. And now, I'm not saying you should take them away, CG. I'm just saying I have like hundreds or at least tens of thousands of these things, and I will never run out. And could we please get something that's more exciting in the challenges? You already did that for the Mace Windu challenge, whatever one that was. You gave us some much needed core gear. How about you do the same for this one? I don't know, just an idea. Now, this is pretty dumb, guys. Datacrons, they gave us... So, they were like, hey, okay, so we know that set 1 was going to crumble into set 4. So, cool. It's crumbling into set 4. Okay, so give us some stuff. And now they're saying, okay, so set 2 is about to get rid, we're getting rid of all of the turn meter ones. Like, this is going to be a huge one for a lot of us. And CG, understanding that the player base wants a lot of supplies and wants a lot of stuff, they were like, hey, what if we just made all of these things that are all dusting, like they're calling it, like the Datacrons are dusting, they're disappearing, which is a really fun euphemism, but, so set 2 is going away. Love it or hate it, that's what's happening. And instead of it going all into the most current, relevant set that we can use for the longest time, half of set 2 is going into set 3, which will go away in a month after that. Which is obnoxious as hell, because we only have 1 month to use it. Instead of having 3 more months to use it, we have 1 month to use it. And they're just like, hey, we only want you to have good stuff for like a tiny bit of time. Like set 3, all on the very edge of irrelevant. But here, have a bunch of materials that only applies to that mostly irrelevant set. Like, this is just them stealing stuff from us. Like, you're telling me that set 1 is going into the most relevant one, but set 2, which is even more recent, is going into some of the most relevant one, and mostly into the most irrelevant one. It's just real dumb. I really hate that. I like Datacrons in general, actually. And they just keep messing this up. Oh, this is so stupid. Like, so stupid. Okay, some characters got updated. Gamorrean Guard got like a whole new kind of, I mean, it's not a totally new kit, but he got some new stuff. So yay for Gamorrean Guard. Cassian and Andor, both of those characters got Omicrons for territory battles. I mean, clearly they're ramping up for this territory battle thing, and I would not advise putting these Omicrons on there, but I think that we should be prepared. I think wise people would put all of their Omicrons onto Ben Swallow if you have Rey, and then save them for territory battles. You're gonna need them, I think. I think we're gonna need at least one Omicron, maybe 2 or 3 or 7 for them. I don't know. Who here thinks the Karth Onasi one is actually gonna be worth a damn? Raise your hand. Give me a thumbs up if you think it's not gonna be good. Alright, so here we go again, folks. Jabba, this is probably the biggest news, because a ton of people tell me, like, no, Jabba's gonna wait. CG's gonna, like, the same people who tell me, nah, man, CG will never, like, give us refunds. They'll never do anything good for us. They're so stupid. They're the same people who were telling me, nah, man, they're gonna wait until there's all the different marquee characters are free to play. And they're not free to play, but Jabba's out, and there's this disconnect of, like, why do you think CG would do something nice for free to play if you don't think they'll ever do anything nice for us? It doesn't make much sense. I hear people say, the same people say these things that, you know, and it makes very little sense to me. Though I know I say things that are contradictory too, so I guess no real judgment. It's this irrationality thing. But okay, so forever we were having, like, every other week, it's like, hey, Inquisition, go do Galactic Challenge. Oh, okay, you don't have them? You don't have Grand Inquisitor? Like, go F yourself. You can't get it. You can't have them. Can't have, you know, if you don't have good Inquisitors, you ain't crap. Now it's gonna be Hutt Cartel. Like, here we go again. This if you don't have Jabba, then screw yourself. If you don't have the new cool marquees, then no, you can't get the red crate here. So every couple weeks, this is how it's gonna be. And so I just throwing it out here, guys. I mean, go get Jabba. I think he's gonna be really good. He's actually quite expensive, in fact. Oh, I need to update this list, actually. Now we actually know what his gearing requirements are. Sorry about that. But I'm not gonna update it for this video, apparently. I will update it soon, though. We'll actually know how much his gear costs and everything. So, that being said, his requirements themselves are crazy. However, I would highly recommend incorporating a Jabba farm immediately, because not only are you going to need him for all the galactic challenges that are going to happen, like, I fully expect my account won't be able to take much advantage of that, but he also is crazy good in every single game mode. He can auto Jedi Master Kenobi. I've seen a few different videos of him doing that with a couple different 5th characters. He is really good, guys. Jabba is rolling into the holotables. I mean, he is. It's fun. I don't know. He's a fun character, actually. But, you know, he can auto Kenobi. I haven't seen videos for others. We'll see. I mean, he's pretty new. It's only been a few days. And I should just say one thing: that CG released him, and then people couldn't earn tickets for him. It's like, why? Why would you release a character, like this most anticipated character, and then make it so that people can't farm tickets for him? Like, maybe make sure that isn't broken. Like, go break something else, but not that. He can auto Jedi Master Kenobi, though, and it's fascinating, actually. And he's also going to be very good. He's going to be the best GL in territory battles, in the future territory battles. He's not going to be good in the current one, I don't think. Maybe, we'll have to see, but, I mean, he doesn't get the new hotness. He doesn't get all the other characters. Okay, so that's cool, I guess. people who have finally completed it, because they did do a hotfix, because they want people spending money on Jabba, of course. People who did get him have a screenshot that's been floating around with Slave Leia in there with her bikini and all of that, or whatever you want to call it, her slave garb. People have been saying, dude, Zareth, you said that there would never be Slave Leia in this game, and I guess you could say I was technically wrong. However, we didn't get Slave Leia as a playable character, and in fact, there were notes by CG that specifically, explicitly said, Hutt Slayer Leia is not a character that we can get in the game. It's not a character they're going to give us. People want that, and I guess all I have to say, the people who are real excited to see Hutt Slayer Leia in her bikini, all I have to say is, I hope you're real excited. I hope you really enjoyed that. Like, you know, you get to see a pixelated version of some girl you could just go watch the movie about and actually see a nicer version, or you could just, you know, Google it and find it there. I hope you enjoyed seeing it in the game and that it was gratuitous and enjoyable, and, you know, enjoy your moment of Zareth being wrong as well. I have many of those, however, so I don't know. I'm just like, I was so wrong. Sure, but I mean, she's not a playable character, so also, for those of you who care about such things, I mean, who do you think it was who designed that? Like, it's just, like, the depiction of Leia, do you really think that it was, like, I don't know, like some dude drew it and you're like, ooh, that's hot? I don't get it. I don't get it. So, enjoy that, I suppose. So, here's a little frustrating. So, at the same time that Jabba was released, they're like, hey, Chrysanthemum's in Cantina. I actually like that he's in Cantina. That's great. Wonderful. I love that they're like, hey, good news, mission is no longer farmable in Cantina. She's in hard node. Yay! Exclamation mark. I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't truly care that much. I just, you know, they're very excited about this. The thing that I do care about is, for the first time in a very long time, they've released a character that isn't something that can be free to play, acquired free to play, unless you've saved a crazy amount of crystals. Then it is. But otherwise, we haven't had the chance to farm. Like, Boosh is still not even in shipments. We can't. It's only Kraken packs. It's the gamble packs all the way through, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, CG made us a Grand Inquisitor, we were capable of getting him free to play, and like all the other legendaries, like there were a lot of them early on in the game that I got as a mostly free to play character or player, and now I spend hundreds of dollars on this game a month, and I am not close at all to getting him. It's gonna be months, probably at least 1 month. Like, they have to release Boosh as in shipments at the very least before I can start doing this. And, you know, now I'm farming Chrysanthemum as fast as I can. You know, I don't know. This is just news to me. I feel a little annoyed, but at the same time, like, I'm not a Kraken. I spend some money on this game. I guess give them an advantage. I face Krackens all the time. I hope that we can actually beat them in GAC. I don't know how to beat Jabba yet. So next week's going to be interesting, but yeah, just that, guys. It's going to take a while to get them, even for whales. Going to take a while. Finally, thank you for sitting through all of this. Here's your reward. Someone made a meme of me. I can totally auto Jedi Master Kenobi as well, folks. It's very good. It's very good. It's so. I don't even know, but I thought the people who were watching this all the way through the end deserved some reward other than my ranting. I didn't even throw in many puns today. I just, that's okay. I'm happy and I'm sad and lots of emotions. I just quit my job, starting a new one next week. Lots going on with Zareth, so hope you are all doing well. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth autos Jedi Master Kenobi. Take care, guys.